The particular difficulties that I have with dyspraxia are coordination difficulties and spatial awareness. So that would be things like falling over quite a lot.
Struggled with balance and coordination. I still struggle with organisation of thought, organisation of speech and organisation of everything else.
Dyspraxia, mild dyspraxia, is like mainly coordination really affects me with. It's mainly like writing, multitasking and like that.
I'm carrying out a project to find out how life is experienced by teenagers who have dyspraxia. Dyspraxia is a lifelong condition that's much misunderstood. We don't really know much about it. Certainly don't know much about what happens to teenagers with the condition. The condition affects organisation of movement, thought, perception. It can also affect speech and language. And I wanted to find out from teenagers, from their own experience, what matters to them and what life is like. I'm using a research approach called interpretive phenomenological analysis, or IPA for short. And the aim of the approach is to uncover and articulate the lived experience of participants, in this case teenagers with dyspraxia. Through this approach we've been interviewing teenagers aged 13, 14 and 15 with dyspraxia and asking them what life is like for them at home, at school and in the community. So I wanted to pull together a reference group of older teenagers and young adults who have lived life as somebody who has dyspraxia, so that they could give me extra insights, the insider's perspective, if you like, into the information that the younger teenagers have been giving me through the interviews. The reference group has had three main functions. First of all, to help me think about what are the issues of concern or interest to teenagers when they're 13, 14 and 15 years, so that we could think about what questions we should be asking. And the reference group have also helped me think about how to ask those questions in a safe way so that the participants feel able to answer and also give me the information that I want.
How to fit is a really important part of dealing with something like dyspraxia. So these people are kind of obviously trying to fit in with a single extra. I've never bothered with the whole fitting in thing, but I still get the pressure of it and the pressure to be the same as everyone else.
Yeah. And at the age of 15 as well, you're just finding yourself and you're finding your own groups of friends and what you like and other people. And I think the whole fitting in thing, you kind of think, oh, you don't need to anymore, you can be yourself and you can be your own person.
So you feel as though you're coming out of it at that kind of age?
Because other people are as well.
Yeah. The second role has been to help with the analysis of the information. So in our meetings after each round of interviews, I've presented back to the group some quotes which I felt were significant quotes from the interviews. And the reference group have talked about those quotes and helped me to gain deeper insights into what those participants were really saying, because sometimes what's the meaning behind the words is more important than the words itself.
We're giving feedback on the quotes from the answers of them. So what these dyspraxic young people, these dyspraxic teenagers think, we've been trying to give our perspective, you know, as older dyspraxics, as to what they're going through, what experiences they've had that we've shared or that we've had similar experiences to.
The final role of the reference group has been to help me with the dissemination of the research. So we have presented at a couple of conferences and events for occupational therapists and the Involve conference, and we hope to write some journal articles in the future so that we can make sure that other teenagers will benefit from the research project. I've been working with this group for 3 years now, so I've seen them grow as individuals and develop their understanding of dyspraxia and what it means to them. So it's been fantastic to see them progress along that journey. For me, as a therapist and as a researcher, it's been a fantastic experience to really broaden my understanding of the experiences of teenagers with dyspraxia. And I've been able to take that back into my workplace so that when I meet teenagers, I'm able to explain to them that I know older teenagers and young adults who have the condition, and I know what life can be like for them. I know that they can be successful, so I can share that in my workplace and hopefully inspire more children and young people to really do something with their lives. And as a therapist, it's fantastic to be able to offer that back.
I feel that I've become more confident in talking about dyspraxia, and I feel that I've gained more knowledge about my own disorder through talking to other people and comparing stories and finding out different things about other people with dyspraxia and the problems that they have and finding similarities within those.
I feel like okay with saying that I've got dyspraxia now to people, because like every time I go here I feel like I can explain it like more because they know what I've like been through.
I really feel like this whole process has given me a better understanding of what other people go through with this, with dyspraxia. It's given me a better understanding of the progression from, you know, finding out that something's a bit different to actually being able to live with it fully. It has given me a better understanding of how the research environment works at a high level and how things are pitched and so on. And it has occasionally given me cake, for which I am grateful.